Hey everybody, I'm Landon with LMR.com. In this video, I'm going to discuss what exactly a Fox Body Mustang is. This will include the introduction of the Fox platform, why Ford chose the Fox platform for the Mustang, and of course touch base on a few special features and or changes that were made throughout the Fox Mustang era. The Fox chassis is quite diverse, to say the least. The Fox platform is one of the longest produced vehicle architectures by the Ford Motor Company. It was designed to be relatively lightweight and simple to replace several derivatives of the Ford Falcon-style vehicles from 1960. At the end of the 1970s, most manufacturers were looking to downsize their vehicles because of industry trends and to accommodate the ever-changing economy. Ford followed suit by developing and expanding on their Fox platform for redesigning several vehicles. The first vehicles to debut with the Fox chassis were the 1978 Ford Fairmont and Mercury Zephyr. Other vehicles that utilized the Fox body platform included the Ford Durango, Ford Granada, Ford LTD, Ford Thunderbird, Mercury Capri, Mercury Cougar, Mercury Marquis, and of course the Lincoln Continental. Years before its initial release, the Fox Mustang was already taking shape. With concerns of fuel economy and vehicle sizes shrinking, Ford engineers were hard at work designing a Mustang that met all of the current trends and customer demands. So in the mid-1970s, 3 Ford design teams, 2 from Dearborn, Michigan, and 1 from a Ghia studio in Italy, started competing to give the Fox Mustang some shape. In late 1975, sketches and clay models were being brought to life and showing the creativity of the redesigned Mustang. They issued the designers a few guidelines to work off of the Fox platform that included a 100.5-inch wheelbase and a minimum of 2 body styles, which included a notchback, or commonly referred to as a coupe, and a hatchback. The design teams came up with what people considered a sportier, more refined Mustang II. These early renderings featured traditional styling, but introduced fresh, new concepts such as square bucketed headlights, lower stance, and an upright grille. While the Fox Mustang was starting to come to life, there was still much to be improved. Jack Telnack was an up-and-coming star in Ford's design team in the 1970s and served as the vice president of design at Ford of Europe. Jack took the reins of one of the design teams and questioned the use of traditional styling versus the up-and-coming and at the time popular European styling. The European styling had made it to the paper sketches but never into the physical models. With doubt still at the drawing boards, this gave Jack's team the motivation to ditch the traditional styling and introduce some non-traditional styling that would ultimately lead them to create a winning design in 1976. Making its debut in 1979, the all-new Mustang burst onto the scene with safety, better fuel economy, a roomier interior, improved aerodynamics, and a reduction in overall weight. The first Fox was offered with 5 different engine options, which included a 2.3-liter engine, 2.3-liter turbo, a 2.8-liter, 3.3-liter, and of course, a 5.0. 2 different body styles, which were the notchback and hatchback, and 3 trim levels being base, Ghia, and Cobra. The Fox Mustang was the first Mustang to be built with modified coil spring McPherson struts in the front and a 4-link coil spring suspension system in the rear. The strut was attached to the spindle and to the top of the shock tower, pivoting on the lower control arm. In May of 1979, Ford claimed another victory after the Fox was chosen as the official pace car of the Indianapolis 500. Ford introduced a 1979 Indy 500 pace car model mid-year to celebrate this accomplishment. Only 10,478 1979 pace cars were made and included various features. New features included a unique front air dam with fog lights, full-length cow-type hood scoop, a new spoiler, black interior with Recaro seats, and either a 2.3-liter turbo or 5-liter engine. The production cars were manufactured with a factory sunroof, while the actual pace cars featured a T-top. Following its debut year, the 1980 Mustang did not see too many changes from the 1979 model. The iconic 5-liter engine was replaced with a 255 cubic inch 4.2-liter V8 to not only conserve fuel economy, but of course meet consumer demands. High-back bucket seats were introduced along with multicolored interior options, brighter halogen headlights, and a few other options were also made available. The Cobra package was also offered through 1981 and was dropped in 1982 to make way for the return of the Mustang GT. That's right, according to the marketing lingo from Ford, the boss is back, which marked the first Mustang GT since 1969. 1981 also saw the addition of the T-top option on both notchback and hatchback body styles, although very few notchbacks were ever produced with the T-top option. Although considered a factory option, Ford shipped the cars to a company in Brighton, Michigan, Cars and Concepts, where they completed the T-top conversions. In 1982, we also saw the return of the 5-liter engine and the birth of the SSP Mustang, or Special Service Package, but it wasn't fully released until 1983. With the introduction of the new Mustang in 1979, Ford also brought back the Cobra model, where only a total of 17,579 were produced. This Cobra model featured blacked out trim, grille and lower body panels, and it was also equipped with a sport-tuned exhaust and the all-new TRX suspension system. In 1980 and 1981, the Cobra received a new front bumper and air dam featuring Marshall fog lights, a cow-type hood scoop, and a rear spoiler, which were borrowed from the 1979 pace car. The exterior trim, door handles, key locks, antenna, and sail panels all underwent the blackout treatment for 1980 and 1981. They can also be distinguished from the 1979 Cobra by the belt line stripe, hood decal, and Cobra decals on the side windows and rear spoiler. So with the decline in big block engine popularity and growing concerns of fuel economy, the California Highway Patrol, or CHP, requested Mustangs to test as high-speed enforcement vehicles in 1982. So after an 18-month test of the 1979 Chevy Camaro, the CHP decided not to keep them as part of their lineup. The California Highway Patrol ordered 406 Mustangs exclusively on the 5-liter notchback platform in 1982. Surprisingly, out of the 406 notchbacks that were ordered, 5 of them ended up being hatchback models. In 1983, Ford offered the Mustang to other law enforcement agencies and labeled them Special Service Package, also known as SSP cars. Over 15,000 Mustangs were produced with the SSP package, and they could be ordered through local Ford dealerships from a unique list of options. All SSP Mustangs ordered as DSO, with the most notable marking being the metal buck tag affixed to the core support just behind the driver's side headlight. Now reaching the 5th year of the Fox Mustang in 1983, Ford engineers redesigned the sports car's features and brought back the option for a convertible. Although considered a factory option like the T-top cars, the convertible models were shipped to the same customizing company in Brighton, Michigan, Cars and Concepts, where they underwent their convertible conversion. The front fascia received a facelift with a more rounded nose and reshaped grille. The vertical section taillights were replaced with a wider, horizontal design that incorporated a dedicated amber turn signal that gave the rear a much cleaner look. The Mustang GT was released in 1983, sporting a 4-barrel carburetor and a new intake manifold that pushed the 5.0 engine up to a whopping 175 horsepower. A fuel-injected turbocharged 2.3-liter engine was also offered, pushing the 4-cylinder to a ground-stopping 145 horsepower. After falling sales of the 3.3-liter engine, it was replaced with a 3.8-liter Essex V6. Ford dropped the GL and GLX trim options and left the L, LX, GT, Turbo GT, and the all-new SVO trim level. 1984 marked the 20th anniversary of the Mustang, and Ford celebrated by releasing the Mustang GT350. The GT350s were a limited run of GTs and Turbo GTs, available only in an Oxford white exterior and Canyon red interior, with red GT350 rocker stripes and tri-bar pony emblems on the front fenders. The 302 also received a revision and was available in 2 options, a carbureted 5-liter for manual transmission cars and a CFI, or central fuel injection system, for automatic equipped 5-liters. The slapper bars and horizontally mounted axle shocks were ditched for a new quadra-shock rear suspension. 1984 also saw the birth of the Saleen Mustang. Steve Saleen, who is an accomplished race car driver, took stock Fox bodies and added his own custom touches, which included suspension and braking upgrades, minor interior alterations, and unique exterior components that would not only attract several performance-minded Mustang enthusiasts, but create a cult following for many years to come. The front fascia underwent another redesign in 1985 with a grille-less nose and a horizontal air intake slot. The Mustang GT engine was bumped up to 210 horsepower with the help of better flowing cylinder heads, a revised Holley 4-barrel carburetor, a more aggressive roller camshaft, better flowing exhaust manifolds, and a dual exhaust system. With these new additions, Ford also dropped the L and Turbo GT from their options, leaving only the LX, GT, and SVO. In 1986, Ford completely dropped the carburetor engine for the new fuel-injected 302 rated at 200 horsepower. Ford also ditched the 10-inch clutch for a bigger 10.5-inch clutch. The 7.5 rear end was also dropped in V8 models and SVO and replaced with a stronger 8.8 rear end. The 2.3-liter and 3.8-liter engines kept the 7.5 rear ends throughout the Fox's remaining years. Third brake lights were relocated to the standard rear spoiler on hatchbacks, inside the bottom of the rear window on coupe, and on the rear edge of the luggage rack on convertible models. The iconic 4-eyes styling would come to an end in 1986 in preparation for the new facelift for 1987. The SVO Mustang was a newfangled Mustang built by Ford's Special Vehicle Operations Department and was in production from 1984 to 1986. The SVO sported a 2.3-liter turbocharged engine with unique body panels, 5-lug axles and hubs, special SVO interior, and many other small add-ons that set the SVO apart from production Mustangs of its time. The SVO was built from a performance Fox body built for the longest day of Nelson race in Ohio, but quickly made it into production for a very short time. After ditching the carbureted engines in 1986, the Fox Mustang received a much-needed facelift both inside and out. Ford designers emulated the aero look of the company's other offerings. The previously bucketed 4-eye front fascia was replaced with what was nicknamed the Aero Nose, which included a more modern 6-piece headlight and either a fog light-equipped GT bumper or a more conservative LX bumper. Rear amber turn signals were removed in the tail lights and replaced with clear lenses for the turn signals on LX models and a body-colored triple-section louver-style lens on GT models nicknamed cheese graters. While the LX models offered a sleek, more conservative look, the GT models received a full 360-degree makeover. The GTs featured a bumper with round fog lights, lower body side skirts, GT rear bumper, GT-specific moldings, and 15-inch turbine-style wheels. Even with the refresh, hatchback, notchback, T-top, and convertible platforms were all still available. The speed density setup was discontinued in 1989 and replaced with a much easier to modify mass airflow system. This did drop the horsepower a bit, but with the ease of adding more performance parts, most enthusiasts did not mind. The mass airflow system made modifications to the intake, engine, and exhaust system easier to recognize and compensated for by the ECU, allowing for correct air-to-fuel ratios to make optimal power. Starting in 1990, the driver's side airbag was standard, along with a small galloping horse logo on the passenger side dashboard. From 1989 to 1993, the Fox Mustang didn't receive too many changes due to Ford focusing on a complete body redesign in 1994. A few important events did happen that would give the last years of the Fox some extra importance. In 1990, Ford ran a limited run of emerald green exterior, white leather interior 5.0 convertibles with the 15-inch turbine wheels for a contest by the soda company 7-Up. The contest was canceled at the last minute, leaving Ford with 4,103 special edition Mustangs, which they decided to sell as is, giving birth to the 7-Up Edition Mustang. 3 special edition LX 5.0 convertibles were also released in 1992 and 1993. The summertime edition was a vibrant yellow car with white or black interior, or a vibrant white car with an all-white interior. The last and possibly most popular Fox edition for the 1993 model year was the introduction of the 1993 Mustang Cobra and Cobra R. SVT, or Special Vehicle Team, which was new for 1993, created 2 souped-up versions of the 1993 Mustang, offering more power, better features, and unique styling cues. The 93 Cobra and Cobra R featured a 5-liter engine that put down 235 horsepower and 280 foot-pounds of torque thanks to the so-called GT40 cylinder head. Exterior-wise, the Cobra featured a new Cobra rear bumper, front bumper, side skirts, a unique Cobra rear spoiler, Cobra emblems, SVO-style taillights, and a special Cobra grille insert. Not to mention the one-of-a-kind directional wheels, meaning that there are left and right-hand side wheels because of the orientation of the fan blade style spokes. The R model included larger brakes, 5-lug axles and hubs, Koni adjustable shocks and struts, an engine oil cooler, heavier duty power steering cooler, a rear seat delete, and several other unique facets. Now, because of its race-intended purposes, the 93R did not come equipped with air conditioning or a stereo system. Of the 5,100 total Cobras that were produced, only 107 were R models, while the others being 4,993 regular Cobras. The Fox body ended production in September of 1993, concluding a 15-year span, serving as the platform for the iconic Ford Mustang. At the time, this was one of Ford's longest running and most successful chassis platforms since the infamous Model A. While it was bittersweet to see this style go, the Fox platform lived on through the SM95 body style up until 2004. To see more videos like this one, including how-to and review videos on industry-leading products, be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Of course, like and share this video, and don't forget to turn on those notifications. Of course, be sure and check out our other videos, and for all things 1979 to present Mustang and SVT Lightning, keep it right here with the real enthusiasts, LMR.com.